Hello. So let's continue. We're gonna do the regression and answering questions about regression. So if you remember, we have a data set, starfish data.xlx, and then we're gonna answer I'm gonna do again question G, and then H and I. So let's start. So here's our data set, the starfish, and I'm gonna show you again how to do regression from a scatter plot. So I'm going to do it in a new tab just for illustration. So I'm going to call it regression. And let me copy the data that we had in the way it was originally. So we had these two. And then we had this. This is the original data set, how it was. So let's look at the question. Question G, if you run a regression predicting health spending based on age, what is the predicted increase in health spending from a 1 year older age? So from knowing regression, we know that here we're gonna have we're predicting health spending. So that's our Y, that's our response variable. And then our predictor, our X, is age. And so the question is saying, what is the predicted increase? By how much will the Y change? By how much the health spending will increase when we have 1 year older, when X goes up by 1 unit, one year. So that's the slope. What we want here is the regression line slope. So let's do the regression line and then we'll get the slope from there. So one way to do regression is using scatter plots. So we're going to make a scatter plot, and it has X is the age and the Y is health spending. So we need to move age next to the left of total health spending so that the scatter plots can be done. I'm going to insert an empty column. So select the whole column C, and then right click and insert. And then I'm gonna copy here age and paste it here again. And then I'm gonna select from C2, shift arrow right, and then control shift arrow down to select the whole data for age and total health spending. I'm gonna click on insert and then go here where it says chart, this scatter plot icon, scatter. So this is my scatter plot. And now I'm going to need a trend line and then show the equation so I can see the regression equation. So what I'm going to do, in order to get the trend line, I have to select one of the data set points. Select any one of those data set points and then right click and then add trend line, linear, that's what I want. Then scroll down, display equation on charts. Now, here I can see the equation is there. I cannot see it clearly because it's in the same color as the dots. It's in blue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the color of it by clicking here. And I'm going to make color, change it from blue to red. And then I don't need dotted line. So I'm just going to change here the type solid line. So this is my regression equation in red. And this is the equation itself. I'm going to move it up here so I can see it. And I can make it bigger in size, font, and bold, so it's easier to see. So this is my regression equation. So the answer for the question, for a year older in age, the total health spending goes up by 114.55. That's the answer to question G. Okay, so let's get to the next question, question H. So question H, if you run a regression predicting health spending based on age, the same regression as above, what is the predicted health spending for an employee who is 50 years old? So we're going to need the regression equation and we're going to plug 50 for X and get the y. Okay, so let's go here. Let's write here the regression equation, what we got. So here we have the slope of the regression is 114.55, and the y-intercept, that's the constant, is negative 63.555. And what we want to predict, we want to know the health spending, the total health spending when x, when the age is 50. Okay, so when the age is 50, what would be the total health spending? Okay, when age is 50, let's do the total health spending here. Control X, I'm gonna put it down here. So it's equal to the y-intercept plus the slope times the age. That's my answer. I can format it. That's what will be our total health spending when the age is 50. Okay, we used the regression equation to answer this question. Alright, so here's the formula. Let's make this bigger. That's the answer. Let's do the next question, last question. If you run a regression predicting health spending based on age, the same regression as above, what is the residual value of health spending for a 50-year-old employee with an actual spending of 7,210.55? Let's copy this number. This is the actual health spending, and we want the residual. So if the actual spending, health spending, total health spending for a 50-year-old employee is this, the number that we have in the given. Okay, if the total health spending of a 50-year-old is this, then, and that's what this one here is the predicted value, the y hat, when x is 50. That's what we calculated in the previous question. If the actual health spending is this, then the residual is, so the residual by definition is the y minus y hat. So it's the actual minus the predicted that we calculated before. And that's our answer. This would be our residual. Okay, that's the answer. And let's write the formula here. That's our answer. Thank you. Bye.